Hello, everyone. My name is JD Calderon, and this is Indie Comics Explained. And yet again, I brought another fantastic group of independent comic book creators. So please hit like, hit subscribe, share the video, let everybody know we're here. And without further ado, my man from the other side of town.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dee Rosario from Unstoppable Comics. Been making books since 2008, hanging out with this guy a little bit after that, and talking to a bunch of talented creators about the work that they are doing. So why don't you bring someone of them on tonight?
Well, first, we got to bring on the traveling man himself.
Oh, traveling man.
Sure. Why not? Why
not? Tom, how was the drive?
It was good. I got back Saturday evening-ish in the rain here, but that was fine. Wash away the tears and start the week new today. Yeah. And everything's fine-ish, Yeah.
Put another 80,000.
The house is still here, nothing burned down. Everything's fine.
Nobody stole the lake?
Nope. Didn't steal anything off my porch either, so that was good.
Oh, nice. Lucky devil.
That's good. Put another 80,000 miles on the car?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, pretty sure as hell feels like it. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. So, first guest, Jared, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. About yourself?
Good. Please introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Jared Lockhart, and I am officially on my second solo book called Books of Riot, created by me, written and drawn by myself.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Way to be.
Yeah.
Gene, please introduce yourself.
I'm Gene, retired from my previous profession. Always wanted to create comics, so here I am.
All right, cool. And what's the name of your new comic, if you don't mind me asking?
Woodlawn Chronicles, myself and my best friend, brother from another mother, Mike Kelly. He's the writer. We grew up together. It's kind of based off childhood events, but it's Woodlawn Chronicles.
All right, cool. You mean this guy?
So, the sexy guy right there.
Yeah, in the car.
All right, please introduce yourself, Mike.
Man, my name is Mike Kelly. Live down here in Florida. Just my boy Jay was like, hey man, I've got to get this done, and I was like, cool. I kind of got a story, and just started putting it together. So kind of based off of our childhood, and I think it's pretty cool.
All right,
cool. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Fox himself.
Thank you, JD. Always good to see you. I gotta know, are you involved with that new Tenchi thing?
What? No. I mean, I know them. I'm helping. I promote a little bit.
I was gonna brag like I know the guy writing the new Tenchi anime, but okay.
Nah, I wish. I didn't get that phone call. I'm pretty sure they didn't want to negotiate that bill either. After the last one, so
that's probably the figure.
So, but anyway, and also I think that the guy from Japan, they have a couple of stories they've been wanting to push out as anime, but they just haven't been getting financing. I guess these guys fell in their lap, so they're going that route.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Pretty sure all of you have seen the show question, right? So, the direct market has been a shambles ever since Diamond closed its doors, right? Forcefully. But, there have been a lot of gatekeepers who have come in, basically in the form of Lunar and a couple other companies, and I mean, listen, they got reasons for doing what they're doing, but we have been seeing options come up, right? You have Filbo Publishing or Filbo Distribution, You have Massive Printing and Distribution, right? They're coming up. Massive has already been around distributing, small publishers, but now they're adding that printing aspect to it. So I don't know how that's going to work out. And there's a place called Aggregate Inc. Aggregate Inc. They're distributing to libraries, so you can upload your digital files to them, and they'll charge, and they charge the libraries for per download or whatever. I don't know if there's if they have a bulk price for 100 units for 100 downloads or whatever, but they're the ones that handle that, and then they give you back whatever money. So I'm just curious, has anybody been considering joining these markets, and why would you want to join these markets, and why wouldn't you want to join these markets, right? So that was basically the question. Isaac, last man in, first man up.
And the simplest answer of any of them, man, it's going to be no. Not thought about it, not interested. Mostly reasoning, time. I just don't have time. With everything I got now, like, not that I'm not huge or anything like that, but like I'm still packing the last run, shipping that out. And this time of year when convention season for us starts up, I just don't have time to go into more stuff like that. So for me, it's 90% of what my company does is done by one guy. So that's just me. So it's just not, thank you, cat. And the cat apparently wants to say he helps, but he doesn't. But it's just a time thing. That and the more like big names I've talked to, the more they're like, yeah, stay away from like everybody that publishes or does anything like that. So I've heard too many horror stories, kind of gun shy at this point.
Right. Fair enough. Jared, you're up.
Yeah, man. I'm not really. To be honest, I'm a novice when it comes to all the distribution stuff. I'm kind of under Rolling Squid Bones and Chad and David Dow do a lot of that, and but I know we're seeking other venues to get our own books out there, mostly the trade stuff. The floppies are a little kind of harder to sell to, since the whole stories in the trades a little bit easier to digest for a lot of distributors. Right. But yeah, I think we're open to getting out there more. I know I am. I would love to get out there a little bit easier and more available, if you know what I mean. So yeah.
All right, cool. Gene, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna piggyback off what Jared kind of said. I'm a novice at this. My whole passion was just to be able to create a book, and once that kind of happened, I then realized that this is a part of it, and I'm trying to learn it.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I have no idea. And like you go off of, okay, I'm gonna show my age, but like Bill Watterson, whatever, when he didn't want to like give the rights up for like toys or whatever, and you know what I mean. I don't know anything about control, and again, we just got the book done, and I was like, okay, what now? I didn't even think about it until then. So if you can teach me or you tell me what you guys think, I'd be glad to hear it.
All right, cool. Mike, what are your thoughts?
What's up? So first off, is it just me, or I can hear Jay, but I can't hear nobody else except for you, the host. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I am old, and I'm technologically stupid, so I'm probably doing something wrong.
Don't worry about it. We're all a little bit on the aged side, okay? So
Yeah.
We're all there.
Not as white.
Well, I hope so, dude. Because like I just turned 51, and I feel like I'm 80, but I still got the heart of a 17-year-old, so it's weird.
Well, check it out. I'll be 58 in November.
Wow.
Well, you don't. That's what I'm talking.
You look
about.
good.
Well, and to answer your original question, I'm with Jay here. Like, I'm brand new to this. Honestly, I stopped reading comic books when Todd McFarlane, left Marvel. So when they started doing 100 different Spider-Mans and all these weird storylines, I was just like, I'm kind of done with it. So I didn't really get back into the comic book thing until, Jay approached me with this idea, and it was based off of him doing another comic book that he wrote. And I was like, yeah, I got a story I've been kind of wanting to put down. I was really thinking about putting it in like a novel form. But it seemed like it'd go really well in the comic genre. So as far as like distribution and whatnot, I don't know. We're brand spanking new to this. So, we're just kind of up in the air with it, trying to learn it. So.
All right, cool. I mean, the only one older than me is Jay. He's going to be 62 next week. So
he doesn't look happy about that.
Yeah. But how many of y'all got a 5-year-old at 51? What?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Oh, no.
Wait a
Hard
minute,
pass on that one.
I got a 3-year-old at 51.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
You're 51, Gene?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. I thought you were in your 30s. You're looking good, bro.
Yeah.
It's when you shave it all off, you get rid of the salt and pepper, You know, maybe hit a little Just for Men's, you'll be straight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
just shave it off, man. Moisturize, you good.
There you go.
I got one question. Does anybody else think that Tom looks like Steven Seagal?
You're
sorry.
16 years too late for that joke. That's been around for 16 years as I've been in this industry, and when this isn't here, it's even more real. So yeah,
he's got to go. He's got to go dark black to be
The
current.
real question is who could beat who, you know?
oh, I'll
I'm going
take
with
him.
Tom.
I'll take him.
I'm going with Tom all day.
I'll take him.
Tom has skids of books he could drop on him.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tom, what are your thoughts?
This is an interesting question for me right now, because I've been thinking about this a lot, going through a lot of different stuff this past couple of years. You know, for us, we started 16 years ago in the direct market. We didn't have Kickstarter. We didn't have anything else. We just took a book and said, here, Diamond. And Diamond said, here, retailers. And retailers said, here, customers. And people bought the book. It was why at the time I had lost, this would have been 2009, 2010. It was at the time when I had lost the job that I had, and I had started these books, and I was just like, well, let me just see what happens with these things before I go get another job somewhere working at Walmart or whatever. And so because that book sold, and then we released Critter, and because that book sold, the door to me just flew open, and I've been doing comics ever since. But after 4 years, we stopped publication, went under the Aspen banner, and they published our stuff, but they just reprinted stuff. And those reprint numbers through Aspen were almost the equivalent numbers that we were doing on our own. These were second printings now of these books just 4 years later. So then I was with them for 3 years. And then when we separated, I had a choice. It was go back to the direct market and just do what we did, or try out this new thing that's happening, which was Kickstarter. And that was 2017, something like that, 17, 18, something like that. So we went into Kickstarter and we put out new books. We didn't do any reprints, put out new books, and we had a lot of success with Kickstarter, like immediately. So for the last 8 or so years, that's what we've been doing is Kickstarter. And again, with success, but now I'm back with Antarctic Press, and they're reprinting again Critter with absolutely nothing new about it other than a new cover. And again, the book is selling nearly 1,000 units for every issue, like as a third printing, right? And so, and I was just at their booth at San Diego last week, and I'm looking around, and I've been doing a lot of cons anyway, but I've been looking around and I'm watching what's happening with all these different publishers and Artist Alley and who's there, and it's just jam packed all the time. And I'm watching talk about comic stores and comic sales increasing, and Robert Kirkman's talking about how, you know, Absolute Batman is driving people into stores, and that's raising sales for everybody, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so for me, I've similar to Isaac, I'm a one-man show. So everything that's being done is primarily done by me. That's why Anarchy Press was great. I'm just like, here, there's those files. You guys go do what you want to do with it. And so it's super easy. But I'm seeing a lot of people find me through that book. It's like a whole new audience is finding the book 15 years later. So for me, in 2030, it's our 20-year anniversary. And so I've had it in my head, like, okay, if I went back into the direct market, what does that mean? How do I do it? Between now and then, the whole market could change again. But as of right now, I've got to chase Lunar. I already have offers from other distribution houses. They're like, yeah, come on, we'll do it. And I'm like, I don't want to do that yet. Because again, I'm one person, so I got to figure it out. And I got to figure out what I'm going to distribute. What am I going to do? But what I've found is from being in it from the beginning, switching to a publisher, dropping back out, and then being back into a publisher again, and different publishers, not just through Big Dog Inc.'s name, I've found that there is more value to the retail market, the direct market, whatever you want to call it, maybe than I even really considered. Like when we all kind of started doing Kickstarter, that golden age of Kickstarter in 2020, 2021, everything was exploding and going crazy. That's not really the case anymore. That's not really, it's all kind of settled back down. But now we're seeing the retail market, the direct market kind of getting this surge. And it includes independents, not just Image. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. No one's doing like 100,000 units or anything. We're not in the 90s again, but there's surge, there's eyeballs, there's people talking about comics that didn't exist even 5 or 6 years ago in the way that it does now. So the question is do I do it? And if I do, how do you maximize that, right? How do you get people talking about it and use that? And I'm terrible at marketing. So I think it all comes down to, I need somebody to come in and sort of take that and say, okay, look, you got to take this over here. You got to drive this into comic book stores and you're in charge of it, man, because I got too much else to do over here. And that's sort of the Polito method, right? Is like, he's got a team of people doing this stuff. It's not just Polito and Francesca doing stuff. They got like 6 or 7 people working all the time to do all of the stuff that they do. So if we're going to look at Polito as like some sort of template to follow, which we should, that's part of the template, is get people working for you in the places that they can do the best, thing for you so that you can focus on your creative. So yeah, so I'm very much looking towards, at minimum, a 20-year anniversary return to the direct market, assuming it exists in 4 years, in the way that we understand it, or in some new way. But I think Lunar has been opening up their doors a little more. I think in a few years, the massive part might not be necessary anymore. And there's other places. There's Universal, there's Filbo, there's Penguin. There's a lot of different places that are opening their doors. But they're just going slow because they don't have the infrastructure to just absorb everything that Diamond was doing. So I think it's valuable. I think if you can do it, you should do it. And yeah, like I said, I would say at this point, 80% sure we'll be back in the direct market by our anniversary.
Nice.
Cool.
Hey, JD, if you don't mind, someone put a comment on the bottom, and they were like, is comparing someone to Steven Seagal an insult? Absolutely not. At no point was I trying to assault anybody. I love Steven Seagal, above the law. Even his most recent stuff, he was the police, you know what I mean, on TV. Like, no. And I love Critter, by the way, Tom. Love it. Loved it since, back in the day. So at no point, I apologize to anybody who thought that was the case. Like I said, I'm a big 80s fan. Grew up in the 80s, love Steven Seagal. So no, at no point. It was just, you could be a stunt double.
All right, cool. Jay, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I wanna start off by saying I'm excited because I'm not usually part of the younger half of the panel, right? And I am 50. I'm not 51 yet. I know Isaac is not in his 50. Jared, where are you at?
I'm 46.
You're 40. See?
Yeah.
You see? I'm in the younger half of this side.
I look like I'm in my 50s,
guys.
though. I get it.
But I like Gene's theory, execution.
I would be a baby face too if I got rid of all this.
Yeah, I may have to. But okay, exploring the direct market, there's ups and downs with it, right? I'm always thinking about it, then I'm always thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't, right? That comes with expanding your infrastructure and expanding your catalog, right? Having more revenue streams are always important, right? We should be doing digital on almost every available platform that's out there, selling on crowdfunding sites, selling at conventions, and if we can be in the direct market, then go for it as well. But again, that comes with expanding the infrastructure. And like Tom says with Polito, you need that support team. You need those advocates. You need that street team. You need people who are doing marketing. You need people who are going to be handling your sales call, right? I call that stuff the back of the house stuff, right? Everybody wants to make the book. That's great. And Gene, you came on saying this. You didn't know that you had to do all of this stuff, right? As hard as making a comic book is, that's the fun part, right? But that's only the first step. Selling this is a motherfucker, man. I mean,
like Tom said, I'm
God dang, I'm
marketing,
glad
so I
somebody
get it.
broke that freaking that ice.
Yeah.
I was having to watch what I was going to say. Good Lord. Thanks, bro.
We say fucker all the time.
I know.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah,
if this was PG or PG-13 or what we were doing here.
No,
So
nobody under 40 is watching this. Let's be honest, okay?
I
All
can
right.
tell you for a fact that's
All right,
not
that's
actually
fair.
true, but
Really?
yes.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll
there's
take
a
that. I'll take that.
39-year-old out there.
I'll take that.
No, my partner's watching it. They're in their 20s.
Really?
So there's at least one person who's not in their 40s.
Oh, let me hear you say something in the chat. What's your partner's name?
I don't know if they have a YouTube account. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. Cool.
They're kind of like the same boat I'm in. They're working all the time. So
There we go. See, we're getting chat. All right, people in the chat. Hey, I'm 27. All right, we'll take that. If anybody else is younger than 40, say it in the chat. Say what's up.
Yeah, young people like us.
Younger.
Man, what happened to comics? I know on my day
This is
there was
just the
nobody
big
our
boomer.
age.
Yeah, this is just the big boomer show, you know.
Yeah. But
Gen X.
yeah, definitely Gen X.
They don't know the
29.
difference. They don't know the
29 and not the partner. All right, Garrett. Way to be. Yeah, so if you really want to think about going
Not the
into the
partner.
direct market, I'm 21 plus. Thank you. That's the wife. She's 21 plus. Yeah.
that would not be it.
Which
Oh no, that would be mine.
Oh, there you go.
Because they've been to a convention with me one time, and one of my regulars comes up to my table, points at me, and goes, "Oh, is this your child?" No, no, they're just Asian and small, so they look young. But
Sorry,
no.
we were at Walmart one day, and the cashier thought I was my wife's father. So I get it.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I get it.
Listen,
Okay,
fellas,
no.
when you're in Walmart with your 5-year-old and some lady comes up to you and says that your grandkid looks so cute, that's awesome. That's what they do.
Yeah.
It still works.
Yeah. Use it. You know what I mean? Use it. Go
Amen.
for it.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you something. I take that 5-year-old to the beach. I live in Florida, so yeah, I get plenty of attention. Unfortunately, I come home with a black eye from my wife.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that really needs to be thought about, because the other thing is you can lose your shirt in the direct market as well. Right? You could be printing up a ton of copies that you may not be able to move as quickly as you thought you were going to be able to move it. So what are your reasons for doing it? Many times Thomas has talked about his position right now in the direct market being the first point of contact with people, right? The top of the funnel. And he's hoping that people can drive themselves back down the hole and find the other thing. So if you're using it as an advertising resource, right? I don't know how many times they've used the term lost leader, and you understand why you're doing it, and you're hoping to capitalize on the back end with it later on down the road, right? You just got to be able to budget for it correctly. So again, you don't lose your shirt. It's just like any thing you spend money on. It could be a dangerous place to be.
For sure.
Cool. The reason I asked the question is because I've been looking into the market for probably about a year now. My particular strategy, marketing, business strategy was that I produce my books in black and white on Kickstarter, sell them, produce a trade paperback, sell them, then produce the same books in color, sell those, and then produce trade paperback. So I'm at the end of that cycle with Kickstarter and some of my books. So I'm looking to move into the direct market. That was the final cycle. but then Diamond decided to die on me, right? So now I'm like, damn it, what's next? So now I'm just looking, right? I do want to get in. There's I have a few options, right? But it's trying to make the best decision to optimize, because in the end, I'm like, I don't want to go in with a publisher and I'm like, can I do as well as they do in the market, right? And not give up half the money, right? And that's really the question, right? Because I've done it on my own before, right? I still have a few cases of books from that time.
When was the last time you did it on your own?
No. 94? 94, 95? Yeah, something like that. Maybe 94, 95, maybe 96. 94, I would say 95. Yeah. So it's been a while, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And things are different. And things are definitely different. Because back then, I could get an invoice from the distributors, give that to my printer, and my printer will print my books on credit because of those invoices. I doubt highly that system exists anymore. Right? So
no, they want that up front.
Yeah, right. So they're going to want everything up front. So now I have to consider that, right? I have to consider, okay, I have to have X amount of money in the war chest just for printing, right? And it'll be depending on the structure, the payment structure that the distributor has, I got to wait another 30, 60, 90 days to get paid, right? So then I got to consider that. I'll get my money back, but, you know, how long is it going to take me to get my money back, and what little profit I'm going to get on top of that? You know, the only good thing is that Kickstarters covered all my expenses. So, you know, my art and all that stuff is paid for. The only thing I'm doing is just reprinting, right? So that at least is the part that's good. So it's just a matter of just figuring out, you know, am I going to go with a publisher? Am I going to just go in by myself, right? Am I going to try to go in with a company like Massive, see what their deal is? Because I know their Massive printing thing is if you print it with them, they'll get in the catalog and all this other stuff. But, you know, I don't know what their rates are, right? So, you know, it's interesting times, as they say. You know, Philbo, he also has a really interesting program going on. Once he has his printing going up, he'll distribute them and he'll print your book, you know, and then distribute them out. So there's no shipping cost to him. All you're going to do is transfer some files to him. So there's no shipping cost. It's just the cost of the book, and I guess whatever few other percentage points he takes on the top, and then you'll get profit. But it is POD, so it's very high end as far as the cost on the printing. And you know, what's the profit on that, right? Because are you going to make $1? Are you going to make 50 cents? Are you going to make a quarter? And then if your sales are only like 200 books and you're making 50 cents a book, you make $100. I mean, was it worth it? You know, those are the questions we have to struggle with. So, you know, those are the things. And it's, you know, and then the thing is getting 200 or 300 books out there enough, right? Because that might not be enough, you know, to get the flow over that Tom was talking about, right? That he has new people discovering them. You might get some, but is it enough? Right. So, a lot of questions. I know we weren't going to answer this question, but I just wanted to throw it out there, pick everybody's brain on it. So, you know.
Well, I think that's the value of a publisher, right? Particularly one that's been around for a minute, is if no one knows who you are, you can come in under a brand that people know what it is, whether it's like a Vault or, you know, Image, if you can get in there or whatever. If you know, we came in as complete zeros, but this was 2010 when we came in as zeros. Nobody knew the company, nobody knew me, nobody knew our artists, like nobody knew the books. Like we were zeros, but it was a different world at the time too. So my advantage would be if I were to come back in under my brand, we would be returning as a brand that people understand. The flip side of that coin is, where the hell have you been for 12 years, dude? Because people don't know the story of, hey, we went to Aspen, we went to Kickstarter, we went to AP. Like people literally have no clue that we went through those transitions. And so we might struggle because of that thought process. hey, these guys disappeared. Are they going to disappear again? It might be a problem. So, it's more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a question I always wondered was how many people got into Diamond right before they shut down, right? And robbed Peter to pay Paul to get there and had all of their product locked in. And now that's it. They're done. Right? I said it. It's dangerous. You don't know what the distributor's thinking, where they're at right now. Right? We can't request their books and financials to see how sound they are. So always something to consider. I mean, we're indie, right? Direct to consumer is the way to go. Unfortunately, we got to hand sell that stuff, but when you're one person, right, you can afford to take a loss every once in a while, right? When you're not and you got a team, then that's when you got to think about them getting paid and those extra revenue streams coming in to pay them.
Yep. All right, cool. Jay, you got a question?
Yeah. Hopefully this is a quickie. What reason do you have for or not going to exhibit at a comic book convention?
Good question. Jared, you're up.
What reason would I have to go to an exhibit?
For or against? Either one.
Or against? I mean, personally, if I'm going to go to an exhibit, it's got to be something that, I'm interested in. You know what I mean? So
no, to set up.
To set up.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I guess I understood it wrong. No. To be fair, I have not done a convention, and it's more of a confidence thing because I'm a nobody, and it's one of those things that I want to be able to have enough product, and I've got stuff that I can sell. I've got Rolling Squid Bones stuff that I could sell, and it's just one of those things that. What is it that I can give the consumers that walk up to the table that Joe Blow down the road doesn't have? You know what I mean? So I don't know what. It's one of those things that it's hard for me not having that experience or I guess the right teachers. Even though I've got teachers, it's just one of those things I haven't really had to deal with myself, and I'm late in the game, as it were, but I am trying to learn all that myself so I can give the guy who walks up to my table what they want.
All right, but dude, don't say you're a nobody, please. You made a
book. In the great scheme of things, you know what I mean?
Brother.
Right. In the great scheme of things, you know what I mean? So I'm somebody, just not to the people that are walking up to my table yet. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
Yeah.
So that means, dude, you got nowhere to go up. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Come on, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm getting there. I'm actually thinking about next year. We have local Comic Cons. I'm thinking about going ahead and buying a table. My only thing is getting my money back from that table because they're not cheap anymore. So
right. Yeah.
I'm good at breaking even. I don't care if I break even. I just don't want to lose out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I get it. I get it.
I want to learn from all you guys who've done this. So
we're here, bro, and we don't charge you to be in our master class. Oh, did I say it? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I put that out there?
Well, that's good because I make comics. I ain't making shit right now. So.
Watch your feet as I drop those bombs. I'm sorry.
Wow, nice. Gene, what are your thoughts?
So, when I got into this, and I'm lower on the rank scale than Jared, so let you know where we're at. But I look at everything from an end of life type of thing, right? You're on your deathbed and you know what I mean? You got stories, what you did in life. For me, I plan on going to a Comic-Con at least once, setting up, man, look, if nobody buys it, if no one likes it, whatever, man, at the end of life, man, you with your fellas and you're telling stories, man, we did it. You know what I mean? Whether, because for me, success isn't about, you know what I mean? Look, everybody wants the Todd McFarlane money. That's nice, right? That I'm not gonna lie. But for me, success is different.
He's a salesman.
A good one. And but me and Mike have made a book You know what I mean? Like it's in print. You can hold it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not paying my bills with it, but like a local comic store is carrying it. I got like a video game shop that has it. I've had some purchases online, whatever. So for me, it's already a success. But just saying like, hey, you know what I mean? I don't want to go through life and look back and be like, well, now I wish I would have. You know, I'm going to do it. If I don't get the money back, man, I did it. That's fantastic to me. That's something as a kid, it's dreams, man. It's what I just sit around drawing on my sketch pad thinking I would never be able to do. And just because of today, here we are. I like I said, I'm lower than Jared on this thing, but I'd love to do it just to do it, see where it goes.
Cool.
Well said, buddy.
Yep. Mike, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh man. So look, I'm a pretty practical person, right? I really believe that you get what you give, right? So as far as going to comic conventions go, yeah, I think it's a great idea. I mean, I'm kind of with Jay here. Like we understand that we're probably not going to pay our bills with the money coming in from this thing if we make any money at all. It was just kind of something that we've always talked about doing. So at the end of the day, would I like to see it become successful? And are we going to put as much hard work and effort into it as possible? Absolutely. But it's just one of those things where, we can high five each other at the end of the day and say we did it. So like, pretty excited about that. But no, I definitely believe in hard work. But just listening to y'all talk makes me understand that the game has changed completely from when we were kids, when I was into the comic book thing, to now. It's 100% different. And how do we navigate that? I don't know yet. Like we're still trying to figure all this stuff out. It's nothing's the way it was. I mean, I've been playing music for 40 years, and it used to be when you wanted to be famous in music, you had to go to the record companies and try to get signed on a label, and now all you just have to be is a YouTube or a TikTok sensation, and boom, you're in the money. So like everything's just changed radically. So trying to keep up with that's a little difficult. But at the end of the day, we're excited that we're doing what we're doing, and just gonna keep pressing forward. I hope that answers the question.
Oh, that's fair. Isaac, what are your thoughts on that?
I do that now. Just last month, we had First Coast Comic Con we were at, and the weekend immediately following that, we were at CostCon here in Jacksonville. So already doing that. And my biggest show of the year is going to, so that's where we're headquartered at. Our next show will be in St. Augustine in, I think, September. So,
dude, I need to come in and introduce myself to you. I live right here in Palatka.
Oh, so go to Ancient City Con is the best show in North Florida, hands down.
Okay. All right,
what's it called?
Make sure I get.
I'm sorry,
Ancient City Con. It's the best big medium show you'll ever do. It's not as tiring as other ones are, but at the same time, very profitable. The big hang up for me doing more of them is they're just tiring. I'm not a social person. I'm a writer. We are introverts. I don't like being around people. I don't like crowds. I force myself to do it for the job because I live by the creed that anything for AT, no cost is too great. If the company needs it, it'll get it from me. And that includes me going to conventions and being on and bubbly and friendly and dressing as vibrantly as I can for 8 to 10 hours straight. And usually by the time that's over, I'm exhausted. One of my best colleagues, what's up?
How do you do that? Be a people person, man. Be bubbly. I want to be bubbly.
The actual joke is cocaine, but I can't afford cocaine. I live in comics. The question is, how bad do you want it? That's how I look at it. Like, how bad do I want this? If I go to a show and there's other comic guys there, which I respect them, and everybody's always cool at a show. Everybody's nice. It's great. But I put myself in this almost hyper competitive mentality of like, hey, he got to sell right now. Why aren't you selling? Why didn't you sell one in the last 5 minutes? Get up and get to work. And it's not about actually competing with them. It's about just keeping myself in that lane to keep doing my job. It is difficult. That's one reason why I don't do very many of them. It's extremely tiring. A colleague of mine, she did burlesque shows after both conventions up here in North Florida. And she'd always go, you get free seats to the VIP with all this? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I love that. Thank you. I've been to one. in like 5 years because by the time the show's over, at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm barely coherent and conscious. I'm losing my voice by day 2, and I'm surviving entirely off of energy drinks and coffee. And I don't even drink energy drinks, but I do at conventions. So I do them. I'm potentially taking a contract to do sales for somebody at MegaCon next year, but I don't know how I'm going to survive that yet or not. If you would all pray to whatever God you believe in, I'm going to need it. Other than that, just the only thing that stops me from doing more is just time and energy. And mentally, they're rough on me, but some people are good at it, some people aren't. I can do it, but afterwards, I'm going to be, my social battery's gone. I don't talk to anybody for a good 2 to 5 days after a convention.
I get it. I get that.
Hey, JD, I got a quick question. Everybody I'm noticing that's in the chat, they got like their company or their comic underneath, and due to my probably newness here, under me, it's just me. So there's no like, you know what I mean? What our comic is, or is there any way to put that on there now? Is it too late?
But it's too late. You'd have to back out, and then
that's all right.
There's a little bar there that you can fill in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I messed that up. Oh well.
It's all right.
Well, at least you put your last name. Apparently, I'm an underachiever because I just put Mike. I feel like an idiot now.
Well, at least you got.
No, you can do it here. On your picture on the bottom left, where it shows your picture and your name right there with the little blue line.
Right.
There are 3 dots to the right of that. Click on that.
Right.
Go to edit name and headline, and it's your headline.
Okay. Oh, the
First
headline.
interview
Okay.
I didn't have it, so it's okay. I get it.
There we go.
Cool. Tom, what do you think?
Thank you, bro.
Anytime, man.
Cons are all ROI. Problem with cons is if you haven't done one ever, or if you're going to a new one, you have no clue what it's going to be. So it's like anything else. It's just taking a shot in the dark. Is this going to work or is it not going to work? For me, it's always like, okay, where is it? How much is it going to cost? What do I think we can make at this show? But I've done so many now, and I've done them across the country, that I can tell you almost to the dollar. Like, if I go to that show, I'm going to make $2,000. That's just what it's going to be. And I decide if that's worth my time and worth whatever cost there is. But at the same time, I get invited to so many shows now that even if I have to pay for a show to some capacity, it balances, because, okay, well, this is going to cost me $800, but this one's going to cost me nothing. So I get a nice balance out of that, and I can maybe take that risk of a show that either I don't know about, or we've done it a couple of times and it's a little shaky. Do we want to go back? Well, look, we've got these 3 or 4 invite shows. Let's take another swing at this one, or try a new one. But it's all just ROI. It's what do I think I can make cash wise, or who's there that if the cash isn't flowing, that I can make connections with, whether it's artists or other publishers or whatever. I can be like, okay, well, this show sucks, but you and I are going to talk about working together on something, and we can at least have that FaceTime and that networking time. So there's value in that too. So every time I get kind of like, hey, I want to go to that show, but who's at it? And I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are. That's probably a red flag. So I might skip it. But if I'm like, oh, there's like 3 or 4 people that I know in there, or at least I know their names, I'll be like, okay, well, I can go get FaceTime with those guys if nothing else. So, but as I have learned now, being at San Diego Comic-Con for the first time in like 7 or 8 years, ROI is now mental aspect of travel, because I never ever want to do that travel again. So that show pretty much, and I've told people on the West Coast, I'm like, if you're on the West Coast, you're never going to see me again. Unless you come to me, because everything West Coast is too far for me to be driving. As much as I'd like to go to Emerald City, I've been to Oregon to a few shows before in the past, but it's just too much. Unless there's like a double hit where I'd be like, I go to Emerald City and then on the way back I hit another show because it's going to take me that long anyway. Then I can do a double hit. I'm okay with a double hit, but those are so rare that the timelines line up that. It's just like, no, I just can't do that. So about the closest I ever get to the West Coast is Albuquerque now. And then maybe a little bit of Phoenix, but not much. So, but yeah, for me, it would be, it's just all thought process of where is it, how long does it take, who else is there, to some capacity, even to feed off of each other. Like if a bunch of my artists are there, I can be like, oh yeah, I've got I can go and sell all your books. I can be like, hey, this is the Dan Mendoza stack, and this is the Bill McKay stack. And if you want these books, those guys are over there to go sign them. So you get that extra little kind of sales kick that you wouldn't have if they weren't there. So there's a lot of little intricacies to cons, but if you're just starting and you're like, well, we're going to do a con, I'd be like, well, start small, start local. Don't be like, hey, we're brand new, we're going to travel across the country and go to C2E2 or something. Your costs are going to be crazy. You're going to disappear into that crowd of people. Like, start slow, build your audience. That's what we did when I was in California when I started this, and we were doing all like the Los Angeles and Long Beach and whatever at the time. And then when we moved to Chicago, it was the same thing. We started just doing all of the little shows all over the place. And C2E2 at the time was not as big as it is now, so we dropped into C2E2. But again, that became our local show, so people knew that we were Chicago based, and our books were in stores, and people were excited that we were at these shows. So if you're starting from ground zero, start local, start small, and build your way up.
All right, cool. I've done a lot of shows in my day. So, because I started in '92 self-publishing, and my wife and I have done a lot of shows, right? So, but in the last 4 or 5 years, we just haven't done many shows.
I wasn't even in school when you started self-publishing.
Right. Did I freeze for a moment?
I wasn't even old enough to attend a class yet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I was 12.
All right, so I guess I froze. All right, yeah, but yeah, I've done a bunch of shows. So Daphne and I are going to start doing more shows in the future. And what's funny is, Jay, here's something that somebody had showed me. We were talking about it the other night. I wanted to show this to you, and it's this. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 2016 small press in New York Comic Con, 112 tables. This is 2025.
Yeah.
48 small press booths.
Yep.
And Jay, according to you, said it's 24 this year.
Yeah.
These people.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
When you look at the red block on the right hand side, just remove one of those top sections, right?
Right.
So I was always on the top left 6, the right hand side of the top left 6, and I'm not there anymore. So I am now where it shows the hot flip section on top.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm going to be this year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But what that tells me is these people, I think people in the larger conventions, especially the Repop people, they don't want small press.
Right.
They've continuously shrunk it over and over again. Tom, when you went to San Diego, did you even look at the small press section?
Yeah. It's about the same as it's been for decades. You have two real areas. You have small press, which is sort of like what you were seeing there, where everybody kind of gets a table and you're in these lines like that. I couldn't tell you how many are there, but it's probably 8. It's 16 to a row maybe, and then there was one, maybe 5 rows, and then it was a back against the back wall, so 40, 50, 60 tables, something like that. And then they have sort of like a separate zone for, I don't know what you call it. It's still small press, right? But it's guys like Eric Powell and Brian Polito and stuff like that. So it's like small press, but like a step up maybe from small press. So that has that section too. Like guys like Terry Moore are in there. So it's like small press for like higher level sort of section. And there it's sort of like 3-6, maybe another 30 booths like that over there. So that's kind of San Diego. And then Artist Alley is a whole different, is literally in a different world on the other side of the building. Why it's not all together, I don't know. But Artist Alley is all the way on the opposite side of the building, and it's about the same size as Small Press.
So anyway, to close, so Daphne and I are going to start doing smaller shows. We have a lot of small shows in the area, and we're going to start doing those. Probably staying away from New York Comic Con. Probably staying away from some of the larger shows. We may do Baltimore Comic Con, but beyond that, that's probably going to be it. We're going to just stick small and local. Anything we could drive to within an hour, we'll probably go to. But that's probably going to be it. Okay. So, yep. Okay. Jay, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. There's a bunch of reasons why not to. Right. The first is financial. Mm-hmm. And if you don't got enough product, right, then you got to do the math. Right? How much is the show going to cost you? How much are the other expenses going to add up to? And do you have enough in your catalog to at least cover those expenses to break even? Right? How many of those units can you sell? Right? How many can you sell an hour to try to make it manageable? Do you need more books? Right? And that helps you decide, okay, I've got 5 books. That's enough for maybe a $500 table over 2 days. Right? But then you start thinking about the other stuff. Can we do tees? Can we do pins? Can we do, the added merchandise, the stuff that's high margin? The reason to do a show is, like Thomas said, the networking. Sometimes the show may not be cost effective for you, but you may meet people that you're not going to meet at, and there's not a knock, local church basement con. Right? Sometimes you're going to have guys in your team that you're working across the world with, and they may want product, and it's a great experience that other fans can have, or the customers can have, and it's a great way to trade on that type of content. Hey, get your stuff signed by me and this person who were never together, so this is a rare opportunity. But it's always in my mind, the reason why you're going to do a convention is to get people to sign up to that newsletter, man. Build that fan base, build that crowd base, build people that are going to buy from you throughout the rest of the year or whenever you drop something.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, JD, if you go to Baltimore Comic Con, let me know, because I live in the area and I would definitely like to come by and check you out, whatever, because I'm right across the line in PA, but I go to Baltimore Comic Con every year, local ones around here and in the PA area, whatever, small ones like Carlisle, whatever. But yeah, if you go, definitely let me know. I'd love to come see you.
All right, cool. Like I said, it's a maybe for us next year. We'll see, though. We'll see. And the thing is well, let's move on to our first book. Jared, do you want me to play this video?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, Jared, walk us through this. What do we got?
Well, this is the second issue. So the first book, this young guy, so basically, like Gene and Mike, how their book, they're basically based on, their childhood stuff or whatever. Well, this is extremely loosely based on some stuff that happened to me when I was a young man. This character, Matthew Riot, he essentially started as a lunatic character with a hockey mask, kind of like Wild Dog from DC a little bit. But and that was a superhero. So one day, as a young man does, I got my heart broken, and I repurposed that character into basically a guy that was being used by a demon essentially, and it went from there. But so flash forward like 20-25 years later, I actually decided to get off my butt and start making comics, and I had done some small stuff, anthologies, covers, but this was my first book from me by myself, essentially, besides coloring and writing. Not writing, coloring and lettering. I did the writing. So yeah, it starts. It's about a young man named Matthew Riot. Some stuff happens. His mother dies, and basically he finds out that everything he knew is a complete lie. Who he is, what he is essentially a lie. And he meets an Earth angel named Theo that kind of helps him go through things. Yeah, so this second issue picks up from the aftermath of the first issue, where they're essentially on the run because the demon per se, her name is Ash, and she's basically coming for them, and she has all these shades from the demonic shades that she are basically souls that she kind of warped into her own little minions or her own little army, and they're after Theo and Riot here. And we get introduced to a little cherub monkey baby demon thing named Ernie, and he of course he looks like a demon because he is, but in his words, he works the size of the angels. So he's basically the man on the inside, and so yeah, that's where we're at on this book.
All right,
it's completely finished. Just need the funds to get it printed in people's hands, essentially.
Nice. Obviously, it's a limited series. How many issues are in the arc?
So there's 10 issues altogether. It has a definitive end. The 9th issue is essentially the final, I want to say, hoorah of this whole thing. But the 10th issue is actually a sequel under the same title, but it kind of wraps everything up a little bit. And that actually is already halfway drawn. It's almost finished. And it's the only book that I am not drawing. I wrote and drew issue 1 through 9, and a brilliant, amazing, talented artist named Diogo from Brazil is drawing the 32-page finale in the 10th issue. And I don't want to give anything away, but not all stories have happy endings. So,
gotcha. Is there any reason you went with the other artist for the 10th issue?
Sometimes, at the end of the day, I draw. Sure, I have wanted to do this since I was a child. But sometimes you don't feel like you're a good fit for something, and I essentially wrote this 10th issue in a day, and I sent it over to my editor the next day, and it was finished. It was this 10th issue was just something I couldn't get out of my head, so I had to get it done. And the so far, I mean, it's beautiful. And the guy Diogo, he's super talented. He's a lot better than I could ever be. And yeah, like I said, some things you don't feel like you're a good fit for, and that final hurrah to me was one of them. And I think I was right, because I'm blown away by what he's done so far, and I cannot wait until everyone else sees it. So it's going to take a couple of years, but I'm excited about it. It starts off, the story starts off a little slow,
right?
And then it picks up in the second issue, and it's balls to the wall in the third. So, and the third one comes out at the end of the year on Kickstarter. So,
all right, cool. Listen, man. I mean, the guy must be great, because you're not chopped liver there, man. Your stuff's looking pretty good.
I appreciate that, but I have to say, the colorist is Kurt Belcher. He's been in the business for a good minute, and he's the guy who colored me. And I gotta say, he makes me look so much better than I could, because I'm shit at coloring, honestly. So, but yeah,
well, listen, you're doing a good job.
I appreciate that.
You're doing a good job. I mean, I like your storytelling. I like what you see. I like your pen and ink is looking good. So nice stuff, man.
And the letters are by Lori Calcaterra. She's also a good pro in this, and her letters are pretty great in my opinion. So
cool. No, Laura's a good person. I don't know. I've never seen much of her lettering, but it looks good by what I see. So.
I think so. And I'm trying to learn from her, because I'm not good at selling stuff, and she is. Yep. I'm horrible at marketing. I essentially copied and pasted my first Kickstarter on this one and just kind of like reworked it as I was building the campaign for the second one. But I am shit at marketing and selling. So I'm one of those old-fashioned guys that feel like, hey, you want a comic book? You want a story that you may or may not like? Check me out. It's really hard for me to be like, here's stuff to entice people with, because that's not who I am. And unfortunately for Kickstarter, that's one of those things that helps you move, I think, is stuff. And I'm slowly learning that. So.
Yeah, the stuff does help. But listen, man, I mean, a good art and good story, will carry you over, though. So keep up the good work. I mean, and like I said, it's looking really good, man. I mean, you got another 11 days to go. You got 25 backers. You are 72% there. I don't think you're going to have an issue making it. Great stuff. Everybody, go check this out.
It's a slow start. It's 25 backers is not the greatest, but I'm going to tell you right now, guys, I don't know how you felt that first time, but when it funded and I got that first book in my hand, it was a freaking dream come true. I felt so high on the world at that time, and just, I mean, it's a slow process at the moment, but when this second issue did go live, it went really high, really quick, and I got so excited. And as much as I hate Kickstarter, it's a good feeling, because you see those numbers go up every other day, and it just makes you feel good, especially when you see people in the wild. I've seen people in the wild with my book and my art, and it makes you feel good. It makes it feel worth it to me.
All right, cool, man. I mean, listen, man, like I said, it's a good looking book, very nice, very nice. So go buy that book.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Well, I can tell you, when this is over, you have 26. I'm gonna go ahead and head over there and back it as well. I think it was phenomenal, and I don't know how you did that commercial thing, but it makes me feel like amateur hour sitting here with you guys. But it's your book's incredible, man. So I'm definitely gonna back that when it's over.
Honestly, I appreciate that. I really do. But honestly, it's good to have people that have your back. Chad Perkins from Rolling Squid Bones, he did that video for me, because I'm too old, dude. I don't know that. I couldn't figure that crap out if I tried. So, he blew it out of the water, I think.
Oh, man, it was fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good looking video. Gene, Mike, what are we looking at?
Hey, you want to kick it off, bro, or what's up?
So we grew up, obviously, in what I think is the best era, best decade. It was the 80s. We both are military brats. So we lived on a military base and in Virginia, and there was stuff. So there, I don't know if it was supposed to be open, but there was times, like Cokie said, just like bike path around the base, whatever. And you could go back in the woods and it was swamp, and I'm not sure it should have been open, but sometimes inadvertently, not on purpose. Nobody's like, even then, trying to, break any laws then. But you go back a little too far, and then you got people, machine guns chasing you out, whatnot, and you got strange noises. And
that really happened. That actually happened. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have people chasing you with machine guns, that's a story right there.
Yeah.
People need to know that.
Yeah. I was kind of like the voice of reason. I'm like, hey, this is probably not a good idea. But they're like, hey, let's jump the fence. And I'm like, that's freaking stupid. Okay, they've got M16s and stuff, but whatever.
So, both of us being like lovers of the 80s, you know what I mean? Like our childhood, we talk about all the time, the stuff, retro. It kind of spawned from that. More like, we just want to do a book, and the art for the one we just looked at, I wish we would have went first, because trying to come between guys like Tom and JD, Jared, all them, like the art is fantastic. So I've always been more like a cartoony guy. That's why I love Critters, Usagi Yojimbo, even like the original TMNT back in the day on newsprint. You know what I mean? So that was more my style. But this book basically it's happened like modern day, but like the one character, Dean, he's like all about the 80s. So that's going to be like an aspect, because that's me. You know what I mean? Like if I could go back, you give me a DeLorean or a hot tub, I'll go back in a minute. But so that's kind of what the story, Mike, if you want to kind of like fill in the rest
so
of it.
look, bottom line is we lived on an army base that they had some wicked shit going on in the background, and we would hear weird stuff at night, and I'm sure it was all legit stuff, but it always made me wonder what they were doing. So at the end of the day, I always kind of had this story brewing in my head, so we kind of based the story off of that. It's just a coming of age kind of, I don't want to call it a government conspiracy. It's more like a government managed crisis that they're trying to figure out, that's kind of leaking, and the kids, they kind of stumble on it, and then then we're basically build some backstories on the kids and the relationships. I hate to compare like a Stranger Things type deal, because we're trying to stay away from that, but yeah, man, it's just all about our little adventures back in the day, and kind of embellishing on that and kind of seeing where it takes us. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be cool. It's very, I want to say very lighthearted, but it deals with a lot of different aspects of growing up, even in today's day and age. So that's pretty much what it all boils down to. I think it's going to be a fun little project, and I'm hoping that people will take to it.
All right, cool. So obviously you have the third issue already planned out. How many issues do you plan on taking it? Like what do you think?
That's a great question, man. Like this is kind of one of those stories that I don't even have an end for yet, right? Like, so I'm still kind of working it out. Every time we kind of branch off on something, something else pops up. So I have no idea. I couldn't answer that question, but I can tell you that I think it's going to be pretty cool in the end. Like, when we do finally reach an end to this thing, but we're going to pump out as many issues as it's going to take. And as long as we got the money to do it, we'll keep pushing it out. But the story's not 100% developed yet. I'm kind of making it up as I go along, and I think we got enough. I've got enough now for probably another 2 or 3 issues. And then I can't say anything. I can't say nothing but good things about Jay and G. Sorry, I call him Jay too. But I can't say nothing but good. I mean, what they've accomplished, with the art, and his wife is doing the coloring. I mean, we're 100% amateur hour on this thing right now, and I mean, they're producing books that just look professional, and it's awesome. So kudos to them.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. So I mean, the one question I would have: do you guys ever plan on putting it on Kickstarter?
So I didn't.
I would love.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
I don't even know. Okay, so some of this is a confidence thing, right? Like when this first started, when you get like, I think Jared, when he said like you get that first book in your hand, you got that feeling, right? Well, once that dust settled, I started to feel like Marty McFly's dad on Back to the Future, right? Like he's trying to write the book, and he's like, I don't know if I could take that kind of rejection, and that kind of hit me at the moment. Like, what if nobody likes
That's a sign of
this?
a creator. That's a sign of a creator. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
That
we all
is
get
true.
that.
Yeah.
Well, then, and it's sitting here in present company, Tom, like, I kind of feel like this was the time where Michael Jordan walked into high school and got cut from the team. Like, you know what I mean? So, but I don't even know I didn't even know if it was good enough to put on something like for a Kickstarter, how that even worked. So if you guys like, educate, or I don't even know, man. I didn't even think about it. I figured I would just self-fund this. That way, if nobody likes it. It's, you know what I mean? But I would definitely love to give it a try if, you know, I just don't know how that goes.
Yeah, I think you need to do, okay, Calderon.
Well, I mean, you're probably going to pretty much say the same thing I'm going to say. It's not as hard as you think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
And that's where all the eyes are right now, buddy.
That's
You
how
know
I
what I mean?
feel.
Okay.
You're
I'm just
driving
like,
them to the website, and that's hard. That's hard driving them to the website. You're pushing the website every day, right?
Mhm.
But on
Right.
think of Kickstarter as McDonald's, right? Over 10 million served. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're walking through the doors to Kickstarter, man. They,
Yeah.
you'll find your group there, brother.
Well, I can
and
tell you,
I've
like,
seen-
sorry, go ahead,
Jay,
Mike.
Sorry.
No, well, I'm
No,
like,
I'm just
well,
saying I've seen the Kickstarter thing, and I honestly, guys, didn't even know it was a possibility for indie comic books. Like I thought that was, you know, for like, you know, like new innovative products and stuff like that. But
we are the number 2 category. Comic books are the number 2 category on there, man.
well, that's pretty awesome. We
Yeah.
probably need to look into that. I guess we'll have to hit Chat GPT and figure it out.
Oh my God! Don't do that! Don't do that! Stop talking to ChatGPT. Oh fuck! Stop talking to the fucking internet like that.
You got guys right here. You got guys right here that can answer your question better than any AI.
Holy
so.
shit! Like, you know, save a bottle of water at least by not, you know, talking to those people. But like, the one thing you have to understand, you guys have already made the book.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So go sell it. And
Yeah.
Kickstarter is a sales platform.
okay.
Yeah.
And it's a sales platform with people that go there regularly to find things that they don't know what it is. Now, obviously, it's also a platform where we send our fans like, hey, we have a thing, like, come see our thing. But there are people that you know, just go there, or even if like, hey, I backed Tom's book, let me see what else is here right now. And so they'll just kind of flip around and be like, okay, well, here's this and here's this. And so you'll be putting your book that's already finished, by the way, in front of people who want to buy it. Now, obviously, you're going to have to print copies for them. But if your costs are already done and you have nothing else to do other than just make however many copies you need for this thing, even your goal level is going to be able to come way, way, way down, because it's not like you have to pay for your art or anything. Like, it's all done. So if you're just like, hey, we need, you know, $500, great. Put in $500, sell to however many people you can sell to for $500. And then now you've got guys that when you send it to them, they're going to be like, okay, when's number 2 coming? And they'll be ready for you when you come back with number 2 and number 3 and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Real quick, while you're talking up, JD, could you go to the home page on the website you were scrolling through and just do the 4-page preview just to get some pages, if you don't mind? Is that okay?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
I'm sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to jump in and interrupt you. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, now I'm not going to tell you anything else.
Yeah,
I'm just, you know,
God dang, Jay, stop.
you're going to interrupt me during my Tom talk. You know,
I'm sorry, man.
No,
I'm so
I'm just
sorry.
kidding.
I'll dress my partner down. Jay, stop fucking shit up.
He's gonna have the big letters behind him instead of Ted. It's gonna spell out Tom.
Tom, yeah.
Dang, dude, we're trying to make friends here, dude.
Oh my
I'm
God.
trying to make some friends.
But I will throw this out because there's a lot of new guys in here that are doing stuff and other people are watching. There's a book that I got that, so far as I know, is still in print and it's gone through multiple printings. Josh Blaylock, who is the head of Devil's Due Comics, who's been around for a long time, he created a book that is called How to Self-Publish Comics, Not Just Create Them. Mm-hmm. And I have said many, many times that I am a student of the Josh Blaylock School of Making Comics, because that book had things in it that I would have never even thought to ask about, as far as like, you know, making, presenting, selling comics beyond just like what is the script and the art and all that kind of stuff. So anybody who's just getting into this, regardless of sort of your level of really level of anything, I would suggest go finding that book. And like I said, it's gone through multiple printings. It's been updated over the years. Find the most recent printing of it. And I think it will help you tremendously in the context of how to present, market, sell, do things with your book beyond just the, you know, here's my script, here's my art.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair advice. We'll take it to heart for sure.
Where's that button?
So if you hit the home button up top, like right next to shop, like you go hit the home and scroll down, hit like the preview right up that button. There you go.
How many pages?
Yeah.
It should be 4.
No, I mean in the book itself.
Oh, in the book. Oh, we do 22 pages. Well,
Okay.
24 because of printing. So we do like 22 for the story, and then you have like a maybe you want to call it like a case file. Like, okay, in issue 1 at the end, it was like we did some character bios. You know, I mean, some of the layouts, thumbnails for some of the panels and the character bios and some character sketches. And then
people love that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all gotta remember this book is like a mystery. It's like a mystery, basically. Like if you really want to boil it down to what it is. So it's kind of like one of those cliffhanger, leave you at the edge of your seat at the end of the episodes or the end of the book. So hopefully people want to get it, get the next issue whenever it comes out.
I like stuff like that. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate it.
I mean, your wife is doing a real good job on the colors.
Well, we work together on that.
Right?
She does a great job. Like she does a great job. She hooks me up. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what program, but because you guys are like a whole nother level. Like dude's like, yeah, this letterer is so and so. And I'm like, oh my God, we're doing this all ourselves. I don't know any of these people, but yeah, if you hit the read preview and hopefully like the 4 pages should pop up and you scroll and just see what people think, whatever. But 24 pages. And then, like I said, like the last 2 is typically like an issue 2. So at the end of that, it was like a behind the scenes and then like the case file, because it's like the military's involved and you know what I mean? Government kind of stuff, whatever. So 22 in story, 24 total for each issue.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm going to just go ahead and reiterate that she is, for somebody that's never colored before, she's doing a freaking fantastic job.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Is it not popping up?
No, it keeps scrolling into a different window. Right. So that's what's, hold on, let me see. Oh,
yeah, if it opens a different window, you got to share that window now.
Right.
Yeah.
There we go. See it?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So these are the preview. Like I said, I think she's doing a really good job on the colors. Your artwork is fun. Yeah. It looks really good. The only suggestion I would tell you,
okay,
is the lettering.
Right.
There's the guy from Blambot put out a book on lettering.
Okay.
And I would suggest picking that up.
All right.
Trust me, it will elevate your pages in a way that you're gonna be surprised when it does it. You know, when you do it, you follow his instructions, and when you see what he does, you'll be like, oh, okay. Now it's starting to look like,
okay.
Like you'd see, because I poke a lot of shots at Marvel and DC. They typically have really good lettering, So if you ever look at a Marvel and DC book, whether it's current or even from like the 80s or 90s, you look at their lettering, it's usually really good.
Right.
But yeah, that's the only advice I would give you. It's good, but there are things I'm saying, the little technical things you could do that would refine it and make it look a little bit better.
Oh no! Soon as we're done, I'm gonna get that book.
Yeah.
I will say that character in the last panel there, that's based off my 7th grade science teacher, and he was a bastard.
Oh, that's funny.
So, yeah.
He was mine too.
What a dick.
That's funny.
Don't tell him though. He might say you owe him money.
Yeah, no kidding.
Not to sound macabre, but I'm pretty sure he's probably dead. So yeehaw.
All right, Isaac, we got the Manticore. What's up?
Oh, it's not ready yet. It will be once I finish packing, shipping the last Suck You Busted run, hopefully in a week. Well, Manticore is our newest flagship. I wanted to create something kind of like Suck You Busted, which was our biggest success. So we came up with this one. Issue 0 was last year, and it was a massive success. I think it finished up about 24K-ish, I think, which is pretty good for a out-of-nowhere book. So
That is really good.
this time, it'll be their first actual mission. So this is Goblin's Trap Part 1. The story gets told in 2 parts, Part 1 and 2, of self-contained missions. That way you don't have to go back and read this giant backlog, but back to the 90s, like to the X-Men. You can just kind of hop in anytime you want. If you're not familiar with the story, it is a high fantasy universe with a World War I inspiration where everybody's fighting this war, but everyone's fighting one-on-one. Nobody's really helping each other. So one person decides to put together the first ever mixed species squad and deploy them to other theaters. Nobody takes it seriously. They think they've got the best of the best, but who we actually have barely qualify for military service, let alone actual any kind of special assignment. This is not a hardcore military story. This plays out more like a D&D campaign, with the war being used as the premise to send our squad on dungeon dives, monster quests, all those kind of fun things, but we play it into the war setting. We're almost ready to go with the second one. Kickstarter has this very annoying thing now. You can't even put a project in pre-launch to get signups for it until your previous project is 100% fulfilled in shipping. I don't particularly care for that. I think we should be allowed to be at least in pre-launch to get getting the word out, especially if you put things out back to back. Like a lot of us do that. We finish one, as soon as we ship it, we go to the next one.
Yep.
90% of this is put together already for the campaign. The book is already done. We don't go to Kickstarter unless everything is ready to go to the print shop. The files are sitting there waiting for the printer to grab them whenever they want them. So in this case, it's all ready to go. We're doing a lot of new stuff because of, as I'm sure you all have heard, the Puritan War is going on Kickstarter. Thank you, Stripe. May you burn in hell for what you are. So we're dealing with that problem, as many of us are. And we had to find, this one's taken a lot longer to set up because we have to adapt to these new changes and all these blasphemous level of infantile demands.
Too much skin.
It's not even just that. I know guys who got busted for having a zombie in their comic.
Oh yeah, Lori had an issue with too much with zombies and gore. Yeah,
it's anything. Even mentioning horror can get you stopped now. It's if it at this point, I think Scooby-Doo wouldn't pass Stripe censors. I'm pretty sure My Little Pony actually would not pass their censors at all. I don't know what they want, but it's absurd. But we've talked to Kickstarter directly and found some ways to work with it and kind of do that. I have to put a disclaimer under that because someone's going to think that if they don't buy the book, he doesn't get fed. And he does. Kickstarter does have a rule saying you can't do fundraising for to feed for a charity things like that. Which it's a cat. He's a charity case to begin with, but he eats regardless if the book gets funded or not. But this is the Goblin's Trap Part 1, so we show an actual picture of an actual goblin as proof that they exist. Doing a lot of new stuff with our add-ons this time. That not up there yet, but we will have lenticular cards for every single cover. There'll be posters for every cover because posters have proven very popular. Posters and cards, people keep asking us for more and more of those. We did cut down on the number of variants we do. Not as many cut downs on that as I'd like. There's still more variant covers than I think I would have originally liked to have done. But end of the day, you wind up with some great artists that come to you saying, hey, I'll do this for this. Like, well, that's a really good deal and you're really good. Okay, I guess we're going to do this. Some of the books are not add-ons. JD, you're familiar with Cremisi. Cremisi's not even here as an add-on this time because that's the one that Stripe took the biggest issue with, despite the fact that it has absolutely nothing like what they claim it does. It's just a space western about alcoholism and PTSD, but apparently that's too real for them. This one actually is a little bit different for us. This has a new colorist she is brand new to us, Megan Kotke. She's actually from here in Jacksonville. First time I've ever actually recruited anybody from the city directly. So she's coloring this issue, drawn by Creus, my lead guy out of London. He's amazing. He gets better and better as time goes on. And he and I have worked really well together. For lettering, most of it this time was done by me, not entirely, but most of it. Akane did the first 14 pages, but she had to back off, so Creus took over. Luckily, it looks really good together. Very, very, very excited for this book. Manticore is kind of a new big passion project. So part 1 of that is this year. Part 2, which is already being completed, will be next year. And next year we also return with Suck You Busted in a new story for that called Suck You Busted 2 Dirty Angels. So hopefully that can compete with the previous issues of Suck You Busted success. Can it? I don't know because the Kickstarter market is now very weird.
True. So when are you looking to launch, more or less?
Likely going to be either late this month or early next month. So everything's ready. I got to do some final edits to the page. I don't have the video on there yet. I'm missing a few graphics and a few things I need to add to it. A few special items that my supplier got with me that we could do. But everything is ready to go. I just have to get it put together. Oh, JD, real quick, please scroll down a little bit for me. Because of Stripe, she's no longer in her underwear for our Screw AI image. Because we're concerned Stripe would get mad. So we had to put clothes on the succubus. So if you're mad about that, so are we.
Gotcha. Very nice. Yeah, man. But the book, listen, man, you always put out a good looking book.
Thank you.
Looks like a lot of fun. And, if it's the sort of thing you're into, 90s manga, anime,
It's what I can say is, since we have to be careful what terms we use now. It's a seinen, not a shonen.
Oh,
We use
right.
that term since seinen's supposed to be for the older audience as opposed to shonen's for like high school level.
Right.
It's still going to be an ecchi, so you're still getting everything you like out of our work. You're still going to see things. This has some elf on goblin action. I'll let you figure out what that means. It's also one of our most violent books we've ever done, and it has, in my opinion, one of the best stories we've ever done. I guess my opinion might be a little biased on that regard.
Hey, listen, it's your book. You can be biased. It's okay.
Oh, the Jim was saying earlier, it's like when you first get your book, whenever a book, even now, I've been in comics now for over 11 years, doing Kickstarter for 11, 12 years now. And when I first get the books in my house and I open it up and I look at them, it's like holding your firstborn child in your hands. I imagine, I have no kids and never will, but I imagine it's what it's like. You're like overwhelmed with emotion, like, look how beautiful you are.
That's exactly like it is.
That's what
You got to be proud. You got to be proud of it. It is your baby.
I'm proud of my team. They all do it. I've worked with the same people for a couple of years now, and they do a fantastic job. Our work is more anime inspired, though. So if you're a hardcore comic guy, you may not like it as much, but I think you should still give it a chance. We have people on our fan server tell us they don't read comic books, but they read what we do. So we're kind of a nice hybrid of manga, anime, and American comics.
I think I drew one of your girls in Jason Doobie's show.
I think you're right, because Jason's
Maybe.
a friend of ours, and I recall
and
he showed me.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I think I did. Yeah, and Critter I actually drew last Indie-tober, I believe, or the year before, one of those years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason's a great guy. We have nothing bad to say about Jason.
Listen, man, looking forward to it. And something else I'm looking forward to, New York versus the World in Color.
Oh, welcome to the struggle bus, ladies and gentlemen.
That looks good.
Yeah, it's funny. Isaac was mentioning all the trials and tribulations with zombie books, and guess what? I'm running right now, Kickstarter, ladies and gentlemen, a zombie book based in New York City. I've always had a chip on my shoulder when they said New Yorkers cannot survive the zombie apocalypse, and that's what I'm putting together over here. 15 years after the zombie apocalypse happened, New York City is allowing the doors to be opened up, and it is the safe haven for all of humanity left on Earth. But now they, how do you treat the people when they're just looking to save or protect their family, and you got another bunch of people who don't know who they are, and they're trying to save and protect their family? Wrap that up in a zombie package, and things are bound to explode. So if you like New Yorkers, you can check this book out and see us try to survive the zombie apocalypse. If you hate New Yorkers, you can pick this book up and watch us get eaten during the zombie apocalypse. I've got rewards for returning backers. I've got an honor tribute. Excuse me, we're paying tribute to championship basketball returning to New York City. So I've thrown a Knicks homage zombie cover and T-shirt into the mix for this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then this book is also part of the independent comic book trading card crossover set. So the first stretch goal, if we can get to it, we'll have our zombie card part of it. Yeah, I got the stretch goals set up over here, but then I've got the other cards listed further on down on the bottom. We also got pins. So if anybody are pin collectors, we got that over here. This is the trading card set that I was talking about, and links to the other cards are available on the bottom for those campaigns that have finished but are still in late pledges. I believe after this there are 3 more card sets ready to go, and you get the whole kit and caboodle, and you get a nice little jam piece on the back when you pick up all of the cards.
All right, cool.
Does the comic contain zombie JD of either JD? And if not, why not?
In this one, it does not have either JD. In the next one, it does have this JD, and in zombie form. Yeah. It is. This is. I'm sorry, you threw me off. The first one that's ever asked that, bro. This is fully remastered, fully colored. I did this book quite a while ago, and I did the lettering on it. I was very unskilled. My wife and I did the lettering on this one together, and you see there's a hell of a lot of improvements. You see what the original pages looked like in black and white. You see what they look like now in full color. 24 pages, and like Isaac, this is ready to go. We just need the money to print this bad boy up.
Very nice.
It looks good. I really love the striking Statue of Liberty as a zombie. That sells it right there.
She's become the icon of. She's become our crypt keeper.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She's her name is Betsy. Betsy Ross, but the Z. Yeah.
JD, your 20-year-old viewers don't know who Crypt Keeper is.
or Betsy Ross.
Yeah.
Betsy Ross is right. I know. See, I couldn't call her Libby or Lizzie. I had to go different. So she's Betsy. Betsy. She's the Crypt Keeper. If you go down to the pins, we've expanded our family of zombie people, zombie cuties. So we got Betsy in full color. Then we got Betsy in glow in the dark as an enamel pin. And then we've got Postal Pete. That's Postal with a Z. Postal Pete. We've got him in full color, and we got him in glow in the dark, black and white. And then we've got our logos in there as well. Only the one on top is in glow in the dark. The one on the bottom right is just regular black and white. So we've expanded on our family, and we introduced our New York Knickerboxer in this one. He's a zombie basketball player. So I'm thinking I may do like a chibi zombie book. If this hits, if it doesn't, that's going off the backside there.
Gotcha. Oh, you should, man. Those pins are banging. Like they look good, man. Those pins, and your chibi work is fantastic.
Thank you, bud. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
So you got some work to do, buddy.
We got some fucking work to do, man. 7 days. I'm still $617 short of goal. We had some backers drop out, which it stings. It stings, and it's always the beefy backer. You know what I mean? It's not like the $3 digital guy. It's always the $88 one or the $1.50 one. It's never the mini
buffer.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, you'll make it, but you got to hustle.
Care of my chinny chin.
Probably, but you'll make it.
JD, that seems to be a growing problem.
I think it's a little bit of the. You know what? Fucking no, I suck. That's why it sucks. That's why I can't blame. I can't blame anybody but myself for it. I really can't. I gotta take that one on the chin.
Why didn't you just get Todd McFarlane to do a cover for you? I mean, geez, come on.
He does it in AI. Zetascope now does it in AI now.
You could have got Rob Liefeld.
Shit. Hey,
everybody loves Rob,
right?
Exactly.
He's polarizing. He's polar. He'll get eyes on it.
But he would have sold you an extra 25,000 books according to him.
Yeah, I know, but he costs what 20,000 just to do a cover, man. You
got to balance that out.
Yeah, I know. But no, I also feel that I put two campaigns close together also, and people are still waiting for my last one to fulfill as well. That sucks. It's on me.
All right. This is my next campaign. This is A Country Night in New York City. This is issues 1 through 4. It's about a young lady. She's what's called a Calcian in my world, and her town is being invaded, and she is a small knight doing big things, trying to rescue her town. And she's battling these evil-looking monsters. This particular cover is a riff or a homage to Frank Frazetta, one of his Death Dealer covers. I had a series of them done, so each book has a separate Death Dealer cover. I just thought they looked funny, so I just did them. But these are some of the interior pages by Jade Gonzalez, my regular series artist, and yeah, so this will launch on Friday because I just finished wrapping up the last campaign, and those will go out probably either tomorrow or Tuesday in the mail. So there you go. And this will be for 24 days. So that's going on. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Tom, you have a question?
No.
All right. I figured as much. I figured 12 days on the road, 5 days at a convention. Tom's burnt out.
Yeah.
All right. So, is a softball one. I might have asked this last week. I don't even remember, but I like this question. Is there anything in any form of media you're looking forward to that you want to pick up? Anything, or go to? Like, is there a movie, a book, a toy, anything? Is there anything you guys are really looking forward to? Gene, you're up.
I'm looking forward to every one of your guys' Kickstarters. Like, one of the things I wish, and I've only seen it in one comic store, they actually had a decent indie section. You know what I mean? Other than
yes, Josh, me too.
But I'm looking forward to all your guys' stuff. I wasn't before. I don't know if it like video games, like Sony, like telling they're not going to make physical discs anymore. Well, if you look behind me, I'm kind of, I look forward to something you could own, something
that
physical.
Looks so pristine. I couldn't figure out if it was real or a green screen, man. It looks great.
Oh no, that's real.
Oh no, it's 100% real.
That's beautiful.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I appreciate. I saw it.
Oh shit! I just realized that's the map. Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah, it's a Donkey Kong.
Cool. Yeah,
but I seen it online and couldn't find it, so I had to build it. So I was like, I gotta have this in my entertainment room. But yeah, I'm looking forward to everything you guys got coming out, man. And again, I appreciate being on the show. I'm sorry if we were like too low a run because you guys are like, I got regular artists doing this and a letter doing
man.
We all.
Hey man, I bet these guys would admit they don't stop learning either. I mean they hone their.
Oh no, I've stopped.
I've
stopped. I've reached the top.
Except for this guy.
Except for Tom.
Hey man, you're not kidding though, man. Like Critters, that's banging, man. I remember that I had that. Dude, back in the day, that was fantastic. Just awesome. But all you guys work.
Yeah, just remind him how old he is. Go ahead.
That's fine.
It's all right.
I'm 55 and I got toys. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
There you go. Tom,
Absolutely.
What was the name of the book from that you suggested?
It's how to self-publish comics, not just create them.
Josh Blaylock, right?
Josh Blaylock.
By Josh Blaylock. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Cool.
And you can get that on Amazon and stuff. Like I said, there's multiple printings. Just find the most recent that you can, and I'm sure it has like crowdfunding additions to it now and things like that. But I grabbed it back when I started, which was 2009 and 10 when I was doing stuff. Even things like freaking barcodes. I hadn't even considered like a barcode, and I was like, oh yeah, Jesus, I got to do freaking barcodes because we were trying to get into, retail space. If you're not in retail space, barcode doesn't really matter. But if you're going to try and get into stores, barcodes help them because of all that point of sale stuff that they have at their stores. Yeah.
Yep.
It's always something.
All right, Mike, what are your thoughts on the question?
Yo. Like new media coming out. Is that what you're saying?
No, I said, what are you looking for? What are you looking forward to as far as something that's coming out, if anything?
Oh man, dude, I gotta be honest with you, dude. Like, I'm kind of old school, so like, whenever I will say this, like, and I know this probably isn't very popular, but I'm a big fan of the Marvel movies. I know we got these Marvel movies dropping, the whole Avengers Doomsday thing. I mean, it kind of stems off of storylines, back when I was a kid, so I kind of enjoy that. but for the most part, I'm kind of old school guy. Like I'm searching for concerts. Like Iron Maiden's coming to North Carolina. I'm thinking about going to that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I just
No, I got you. That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, dude. Like that's kind of the stuff that I grew up on. Like I'm a big music guy, so like the newer music that's popping just doesn't really do it for me. So I kind of stick to what I know, and now that I'm getting older and things that I missed when I was a kid, I want to go see. Like never saw Carlos Santana, so I went and saw Carlos Santana for the first time. I mean, it was amazing. And as far as like newer stuff, just not a lot of new stuff that pops. That like I will say this: that movie Sinners was amazing. I don't know if y'all seen it, but the artistry and the cinematography in it was crazy. So I enjoyed that. But yeah,
it's Spaceballs too.
But yeah, sorry, I don't have a whole lot on it. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
I'm good with Spaceballs too. Rick Moranis coming back. I'm
down
with that.
Anything 80s, yeah. Spaceballs too. I think Rick Moranis is 92 years old or something. This can be awesome.
Yeah. Just to answer Garrick's question, go to blambot.com. He's the guy that developed the book. He also sells fonts, but it should be there. A link for it should somewhere be on that site. So blambot.com. So
on that note, JD said.
Right.
Hey JD, on that note, real quick, getting that book, should I go back and change what I've already done in the lettering, or just implement it from here? What do you recommend?
Change it.
For that.
Change it.
Okay.
Because then when you do the second one, it'll be consistent versus this is how we started and now we're doing it a new way. Consistent.
Right. All right.
Yeah, I'm always revamping and remastering my older stuff,
Yep. Yeah. They tell you sometimes, you have to abandon your art, but it's hard. So yeah, I would, like Tom said, just change it, but learn. Do issue 3, monkey around with it, and then go back. Then like, okay, and then you take a day here, do that one. Just keep.
I just did some stuff to issue 1 of Books of Riot the other night. So I mean, you can't. It's been a while since I looked at it, and I went back, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put this white because this is too colorful for me. So I went, I just doctored it up a little bit. So the people who get issue 1 that back both issue 1 and 2, they're gonna get. It's gonna look the same. Issue 1 and 2, they're gonna look more cohesive.
Right. I got you. Cool.
When we did our 10-year anniversary for Penny for Your Soul, I relettered the entire book, 200 pages. Damn. We relettered the whole thing.
Wow.
So yeah, just to clean it up and find those bad 16 year ago poorly worded sentences, and so the whole thing was edited, remastered, relettered from page 1, and I cannot tell you how much happier I am looking at this book now.
Right. All right. Cool.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Isaac, what are you looking forward to?
So I'm really far behind on everything. So I work so much that I just haven't. I'm behind on anime, comics, manga, movies, you name it. I'm behind on it. So it doesn't have to be brand new for me to be looking forward to finally getting to it. If it's brand new, I'm not a 40K fan per se, but Total War 40K looks really good. My partner's big into it, so I'm going to play with them. That's always fun. Spending time with your partner playing video games is a very good, relaxing, sometimes infuriating, but mostly relaxing experience. I'm looking forward to, I'm going how far behind I am and everything. I'm looking forward to finishing Attack on Titan because I know it's been out forever, but I have not finished it yet. And I'm in now season 4, I think. So I'm getting there. One just dropped I was looking forward to. I haven't seen it yet. I think it's The Cat and the Dragon. Dragon raised by cats. That sounds adorable. And as much as I make mostly explicit stories, I do like my wholesome, adorable things peppered in there to keep myself sane and grounded. Again, it just came out, but JD, have you seen it yet? The new Ghost in the Shell.
I watched the first episode. Yeah.
Because I was reading it's actually more in line with the actual original manga, so I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah,
we're always used to seeing We're used to seeing Motoko always this very stalwart kind of cold individual, and I understand she's a lot more fiery and more emotional in the original writings of it. So, oh, that'll be a fun new way to see this story. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to her. Things have been out for a while, I haven't gotten to yet. Marvel movies, don't care. I'm done. I'm burned out on that by now, so I'm good. Wait, DC has the Arkham Knight animated films coming out. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be really cool. Their animated universe is always
Nightfall.
top notch. Yeah, thank you, Nightfall. Thank you.
All right, cool. Spider-Man was good though.
It was okay. Yeah, it was
enjoyed
fine.
it.
It was fine.
Jared.
You know, when it comes to Spider-Man, I hear a lot of it's like 50-50 with comic guys. You know, you get the 50% that go, oh, it was the most Spider-Man movie that's ever been made, and you got the other 50 that's like, man, I don't know what it was, but they could have took this out and did this, and it would have been so much better.
Well,
but
here's the thing: both of those opinions are accurate. It is the most
like the first
Spider-Man
half is
ever,
great.
but then there's a part of it that you're like, do we need that?
Yeah.
But regardless, it all still works.
I haven't seen it yet. Just like Supergirl, I haven't seen that yet, but I want to.
You can skip that.
That's what I hear. But you know,
Didn't she
Ask ChatGPT. That one you can ask ChatGPT about, because then you'll get. That's it. Just talk. It'll tell you what you need to know.
But yeah, kind of like Mike. You know, I would like to go to more concerts within. You know, no one in particular that I want to see, but I do want to go to more concerts. When it comes to anime, I'm not huge in the anime, but I do want to check out the new Ghost in the Shell because I'm a big Masamune fan. I do want to finish Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War.
Good luck. That ain't never finishing.
No, the
I'll be dead by the time he finally finishes Bleach.
Well, they got the final season coming out. I don't know when, but I saw a trailer
go to
for
the
it the
Helllock
other
after
day.
that.
But I'm glad they did that. Honestly, whether they finish or how long it takes, it's pretty cool to see them do that. But you know, like I said, I'm not an overly anime guy, but I am looking for those. When it comes to movies, I kind of got what I wanted a little bit with Masters of the Universe. As bad as it was, I loved it. It's one of those things that's so bad it was amazing, I think. And it was exactly the movie I wanted as a 7-year-old, instead of the Dolph Lundgren one. But maybe Highlander. See how Henry Cavill messes that up. I'm not a fan.
He
of
won't be the
Batista
problem of that. Talk to Batista.
I'm not a fan of Batista as the Kurgan.
Yeah.
But being a fan, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. Is that first Highlander? I can watch it a million times a day and not get tired of it. So when it comes to comics, dude, I got a pile just piling up between Kickstarters, indie, even some of the bigger guys, you know, but it's mostly older shit, nothing new. I don't like really any of the newer stuff that either one do. Once in a blue moon, they have something that piques my interest, but it's only like maybe a year, and then it just goes bad. I'm not a fan of the absolute stuff, so I'm good on that. But Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter was good. I can't lie about that. But that's it, in my opinion. Mileage varies, obviously, but yeah, you know, I just catching up, and really is what my media outlook is just catching up for the most part.
All right, cool. Tom, you looking forward to anything?
I try not to look forward to anything anymore because expectations are a bad thing. If you go in just sort of being like, okay, I'm ready for whatever this is going to be, even if it's sort of lower level, you can probably enjoy yourself a little bit more. If you're going in like, this is going to be the greatest, you're doomed. You're doomed. 90% of the time you're doomed because you're going to find every flaw in the thing, and you're going to come out of there in a bad situation. But because of who I am looking forward to Godzilla Minus Zero in December. So that's something I am looking forward to. And then next year is Godzilla Kong Supernova, which I know is going to be utter nonsense. But after the last one, I sort of have the expectation of nonsense now. So I'll probably enjoy it a little more than I did the last movie. And as of right now, anyway, and it's a ways off, but I'm looking forward to Ghost Rider, the Ryan Gosling announcement, and the was it Sean Levy doing it? Like, yeah, I'm ready for that Ghost Rider. I'm ready for Marvel stuff to take a different direction. Because even with Spider-Man, as good as it is for what it is, I still have this sense of like, I have been here for a long time, man. I've seen these characters, I've seen these people. It's a new story, obviously, but I've seen them doing this and the thing and all of that. It's like, you got to take me somewhere else now, Marvel. You got to go. You got to take me cosmic. You got to take me into the dark zones. You got to take me somewhere else. Because and what's crazy is even with like the X-Men, they're starting to announce casting for the X-Men. I'm like, yeah, but man, I have been there already too. You know, through a couple of different segments of the X-Men movies. So that just doesn't drive me at all. But Ghost Rider with Ryan Gosling hopefully opens a door to a different section of storytelling and stuff. So that makes me happy that that's happening.
All right, Jay, what are you looking for?
I'm looking forward to what's building out of Spider-Man Brand New Day. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, hopefully you'll find that out. I am looking forward to Doomsday. I'm a Mark, guys. Come on, man. Fuck yeah, man. We sat through ForceWorks. You know, the cartoon, the Iron Man ForceWorks cartoon. That's what it was. We sat through some shitty stuff. And to have it finally be on the big screen, whether it's good or bad, we sat through Matt Salinger Captain America, you know, with rubber ears. I mean, come on, man.
Was that the one with the motorcycle helmet?
Yeah.
No. That was Red Brown.
Oh, okay.
Classic 70s. No, this is the one that the Italian Red Skull. That was that one.
It was like 1990 or something. Like that.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, top 3 moments of my life is hearing Captain America say "Avengers Assembled" on the screen. You know, so I'm marked out, man. I'm Ghost Rider. Okay. You know, I don't know. I'm not a big Ryan Gosling fan like that. The last 2 Ghost Riders let me down. I don't know. I want to show up, right, Tom? Let me show up. Let me get something good, please. Let me get something good. Yeah, Nick Cage. Anyways, yeah. Back to the stuff. What else am I looking forward to? Chain Carter from Daniel Warren Johnson. Chicks, space, chainsaws. Let's fucking go. You know, and I'm a Daniel Warren Johnson mark. You know, he's
I am too. I can't lie.
Yeah, man. He's got good stock with me. You know what I mean? Dude, Power Bomb is one of my favorite books. I want to say top 10 all time. How many comics have made me cry? But that one did. And then I'm looking forward to seeing the guys finish the work on the stuff that's coming out from me. Right? I can't wait to release the stuff, man. I see the pages coming in, and I'm like, I wish I could show everybody.
Right?
Gotta make it about you, huh? Gotta make it about you.
Dude.
It's that marketing thing. You got to sell yourself.
You got to sell your
That's right.
ass. You know what I mean? You know, the Shield of the Interceptor #7 coming out that's my next book. That's awesome. And then after that, I'm dropping The Dead Princess Vicky Styx #3, and those pages are just like, and I really feel my 10,000 hours came together with the whole Vicky Styx story. So that's why I'm really psyched with that. And that's just to finish up 2026, right? We'll leave 2027 for the December shows.
You got a sense of a level up, did you?
Yeah.
Talking about your 10,000 hours?
Yeah.
It's not 10,000 hours. It's 10,000 words, isn't it?
No, it's 10,000 hours.
Yeah. For novels, it's 1,000,000 words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just together. You know what I mean, dude? The last issue of Vicky was just it just hit on all points. Even with packaging, right? Printing, packaging, all that stuff. It was the complete package, man. From cover work to interior work. Larry and Donnie, that's great shit. Just pops, man. It just fucking pops, man.
All right, cool. It's funny. One of the things that I'm looking forward to is something I recently touched base with Jay about, because this is more his area of expertise. So, I don't know, was it Mattel releasing the Acroyer?
No, Hasbro. Yeah.
They're releasing the Acroyer toy from the Micronauts, but it's like the Acroyer from the comic book, not like the original Micronauts. So it looks like the comic book Acroyer. So I was just like, yes, all right, I'll buy that. So I'm really looking forward to that. Dark Horse has been releasing the Return of the King toys, but the Rankin and Bass versions. So they're the Rankin and Bass designs. So they've already released. So they're releasing Gandalf.
Gollum, yeah, I love that.
Yeah, Gollum and what is it, Bilbo? I always get them confused. I always get Frodo and Bilbo confused.
Bilbo it's Frodo in Return of the King.
Okay, so it's Bilbo. So they already released Bilbo and Gollum. And then and what I do is I give these to Daphne as gifts, so she has to find a spot to display them. Because I don't have any space left, so I gotta get them in the house somehow.
That's the thing, man. Space. I'm running out of it too.
Yeah. And then the next
toys.
one is Gandalf and what is it? One of the trolls or goblins. So they have those in that style, which they look incredible. The other thing I'm looking forward to as far as comic books is John Byrne's Elsewhere #2, because number 1 recently came out.
Oh shit!
And then #2 scheduled for next year, so gotta wait a year. So that's what
It's sold out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm backlisted for that volume 1 because I was late to the party.
Yeah,
it's coming. It's just back. Back.
Listen, I got a second volume. Anybody got $100? No, I'm joking. All right, but anyway, gentlemen, we made it to hour 2. Thank you so much. All you guys are awesome. Please, let's start with Mr. Isaac. Where can we find you and your work, sir?
FoxyComics.com with 2 X's, not 3, because it's not that kind of site. But we do have that kind of site now, thanks to Stripe and our fight back against these puritanical, insane individuals. You can go to izumisden.big cartel to get all of our not safe for work variants, along with some things that Izumi herself is doing on her own that I am not directly involved with, that range from lewd to ultra lewd. So have fun with that. Also, Kickstarter, Astro Ticket Comics. That's the best place to find us and get our new releases. You are pretty much guaranteed to get freebies every time we do that. So come over, say hi, grab some comics. We also have a Discord server, which you can get that through, I think, our website.
All right, cool. Jared, where can we find you and your work, sir?
I am pretty much Jared Lockhart on any social media site. Instagram, it's Jared Lockhart, but the O is a 0 instead of an O because some asshole already took the name. But yeah, if you want to see more of my art, there's a Kara website that is a lot of my art on there. And more importantly, check out Kickstarter and Back Books of Riot #2. #3 will be out at the end of the year on Kickstarter. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right, cool. Gene?
All right, so the only place, well, I mean, obviously I'm on Facebook by me, but the website for Woodlawn Chronicles, which is, www.woodlawnchronicles.com. I just started like Instagram and whatever, so I'm far behind you guys. I got to look into this Kickstarter thing, but right now, just the website for the comic, Facebook, if you want. That's all I got. That's it.
All right, cool. Mike?
Oh yeah, what he said. I'm just the writer. He handles all that stuff, but yeah.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Fair enough. Tom?
BigDogInc.com. Get your books. We'll be launching Legend of Oz, our next issue for our 15-year anniversary here in about 2 to 3 weeks. And then I will be at Monroe Comic-Con just south of Detroit in September. We're going to be announcing the new series artist for Critter. He's going to come join us there. I'll be there with CB Zane as well. And then CB and I will wrap up the year as we have been for the last 5 years at Akron Comic-Con in November.
Cool.
Does anybody have a problem me taking a screenshot so I have all your names so I can look you up on Kickstarter and support the projects?
Go ahead,
I just didn't want you guys to be like, what's he doing?
It's more weird if you creep behind our backs.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
What's weird is them gay ass headphones you got on right there, blah.
Great, thanks. I mean, do some high, do some bows, player.
Sorry.
Jay, where can we find you?
Unstoppablecomics.com. You'll find all my social media links on that website. October, New York Comic Con, booth 1971. And for the next 7 more days, New York versus the World, #1 on Kickstarter.
Cool. Find me on Facebook.
Friday nights. I'm sorry, Friday nights.
Oh, yeah, you forget Friday
Comic
nights.
Book Streamland with these guys here. All right, and if you guys want to come through, just give me a heads up.
Yep. All right, cool. You find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, mostly Facebook, but most importantly on Kickstarter this Friday, back with the Oswald Chronicles. Go check that out. And next Sunday, with these two fine gentlemen, and then another group of independent comic creators. And just remember, everybody, please, all of these creators are doing great works. So please check out the show notes. In the show notes are links to all of their books and their websites. So please click on those links, buy those books. These creators, they're creating books from their heart. They love the work that they're doing. The work that they're doing is awesome. It's incredible. So go check it out and buy those indie comics. And just remember, everyone, read more indie comics, especially ours. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Good night.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Here we go.